Hey, what's up guys? Your second favorite PE teacher, Denver, and this is something a lot of us are asking right now. What is happening to Fortnite, and is it dying? Every trend comes and goes. Every game ever has had its ups and downs, but no game has done what Fortnite is doing. And we have to wonder, did it already reach its peak and it's going down from here?
Epic's they're going to continue, to ruin the game.
Or are we just getting started, and will it be the biggest game in the world for a long time? Click like and subscribe and tell me what you think down in the comments right now. And while you're scrolling down, click that link from PlayVig. Check out the coolest thing you've seen in a long time for you guys who want V-Bucks, but you don't have the money, or you just don't want to spend $20 of your own money on a skin. We all know there are no free V-Bucks out there, so don't go falling for something like that. Instead, use PlayVig and get V-Bucks for doing quests and tournaments where every weekend you can win up to like $200. Plus, it's for more than just Fortnite, like League of Legends, Rocket League, and a bunch of other games. So if you're on PC, then just download PlayVig, choose some quests if you want to, or just play the game like you always did anyway, and then watch an ad before the game, and that's it. So it's up to you if you want to watch a quick ad and get some V-Bucks for it. If so, click that link in the description and give a big thank you to PlayVig for partnering up with me to bring you this video. Now let's see if Fortnite is going to die out, or will it still be the biggest game we've ever seen. You've heard the pros complain. You might use Reddit or Twitter and see post after post of people upset about shotguns or SMGs or explosives, or probably the worst problem right now, building and materials. So what is Epic doing, and will Fortnite be able to get through it without losing all their players and pros? First, is Epic ruining building? Fortnite does one thing that no other game does, or at least does even close to as well, and that is being able to build and provide your own cover. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds doesn't have it. H1Z1 doesn't have it. No other Battle Royale game out there does it like Fortnite, and it is why this game blew up and over 125 million people around the world play it. It might even be over 130 million by now, and no game even comes close. So why would Epic even dare to mess with building if that is what made it successful in the first place? Reason 1, new players. Actually, I could just say reason 2, 3, 4, and so on would be new players, because that is the biggest one and will be a deciding factor in almost everything Epic does from now on. New player comes into the game, he finds a shotgun, a SCAR maybe. He knows what he is doing because he has played Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, a few other shooting games. So he hears some footsteps, he turns around to shoot. The enemy puts up a wall, a ramp, he shoots from above at the new player, hitting a few headshots, and then he drops down, he walls in the new player, he drops a few traps down in a matter of seconds, and then hits the orange justice dance while the new player dies trying to figure out what just happened. How many times have you seen this happen in videos, streams, those Fortnite funny moments channels, and have you ever wondered if those players will keep playing Fortnite, or if they're just gonna quit soon? This isn't like a sad story, by the way, of a poor little boy or girl who died in a video game, because who cares? It's just a video game. We all die all the time anyways. This is about a business decision. If that new player quits because everybody in the game is way better than him or her, and it would take hundreds of hours of gameplay to even come close to being able to do well in a fight like that, it doesn't matter to me or you, but it matters to Epic. That new player will never buy a skin from Epic if they quit. That's a lot of money lost from a ton of new players who get destroyed in every battle until they rage quit for good. So what did Epic do about this? Well, from the start of the game, they made ARs have random aim, or RNG shooting, so that even the worst players could win in an AR fight. Then they nerfed the double pump. Then they nerfed the pump so that a pro with good aim couldn't just one-shot a noob's head before a fight even begins. They then nerfed materials so that the pro couldn't have 999 of every mat and never get shot because they were always behind a wall. Then they nerfed the wall itself so that the wood walls only had 80 health and could break in just 2 pickaxe swings. They introduced 2 new SMGs after that, almost back to back, that melt walls like butter. They gave guns a 50 bullet, 100 bullet, and an unlimited bullet clip so that nobody could build up on you without falling down. They made explosives so powerful that it blows up walls nearly 2 units away, damaging players for over 100 as well. So we have a right to ask, what is going on with Fortnite? Why is Epic catering to the noobs of the game, and apparently, as we've heard a lot of pros say, punishing the good players? Ready for this answer? money. But don't hate Epic for that. Fortnite is a business and Epic will make a business decision. They don't care about who's good. They don't care about who's bad, what the meta is at the moment. As a company, they will make the best business decision, and they should. People were upset with Apple when they got rid of the headphone jacks so that you would have to buy the specifically designed Apple AirPods for like $160. But those same people who whined and complained about it, they kept using Apple products. And now Apple's worth $1 trillion, literally $1 trillion. They are the first company to ever be worth that. The point is, a company will make the best decision for the business. It's the same reason Madden and FIFA games are littered with cards and pay-to-win systems now, because they know that people will still throw their money at it anyway. When I say don't hate Epic for doing this, I mean that. Every company out there is doing the same thing because that is the point of a business. To maximize profits, to grow, to be successful. Yes, we love it as a game and wish that mattered more to Epic, what we think as a user base, and oftentimes they do listen to us, but in the end, they will do what they think is right for them. Okay, so let's say Epic wasn't only concerned with money, because I truly do think they value their customers and the fan base and love to see what their game has done for the world. The experience and gameplay for us, outside of will this customer purchase a skin or not, is hindered on having a chance of success, such as a win, a kill, or even a top 5 or 10 finish. I'm pretty good at this game. Nothing that I would call a professional at the game, but I have over 400 wins, usually around a 20% win rate, a 5 KD ratio, basically enough to have a chance at winning a lot of battles and matches. I watch tons of streams, I read and I watch so many tutorials on how to improve, and as you guys hopefully know, I know enough to even teach it and help others. But I get absolutely stomped sometimes, completely destroyed, styled on in some battles where I feel like I had no chance, and I know some of you guys get that too. And I just have to ask, how is a new player supposed to survive in that environment? Straight up, it's not fun to die over and over and over. And guys, you got to admit it, you've raged once or twice when playing this game because it sucks to die, and especially even worse when you didn't even have a chance. So how many times can you get destroyed in a fight and never get a win and still want to play? I know some of you guys are at like 1,000 games, still no wins, and I commend you guys for that because I definitely would have quit by now. But most players would quit, and from both a money standpoint and looking at Fortnite as just a fun game, you just have to give newer players and even experienced players a chance at every fight. But anyways, let's look at what is going on with shotguns and explosives. So somebody is so good that they can build up on you, edit through like 5 pieces of building in a second and blast you. One shot with a shotgun, your game is over. Seriously, what do you guys think? Is that okay to keep in the game, or is that way too big of what we call a skill gap? Skill gap is what we call the difference between the best players and the worst players in PUBG or Call of Duty. You can be the absolute worst player ever, and you can just point and squeeze a trigger and still get some kills, since that's what the other player is doing also, just pointing and shooting. In PUBG, the best players are best at using cover, throwing grenades, leaning when shooting so less of their body is exposed, things like that. But still, like most shooting games, it all comes down to who is better at shooting. Epic, at the beginning of Fortnite though, was like, how about we just make all shooting unskilled and random and make building the focal point of our game? Sounds good, it's new, it's unique, and then they saw how insane the skill gap got in just a few months. Not even years, just months. Imagine some of these pros, and not even pros, just your standard player after a year of practice, and then some new player coming in and trying to compete. They had to do something. They had to, guys, and as much as I hate it, it's the cool thing to complain about, they had to do something. So easy fix, and you can be mad at me all you want because I like it, but they nerfed the pump so that not only could you not double pump, you can never die in one shot if you had some shield. Then they went and balanced explosives, and I say balanced because they nerfed how many rockets you could carry, but greatly, as you probably know, increased the explosion radius and damage. What did all this do? It closed the skill gap. That's it. Well, besides making a bunch of good players angry, for the vocal top 5% good players in Fortnite, I think probably 95% of that possible 130 million players is kind of happy about it. People hate change though, I get it. Nobody wants to have to adjust to new things like not being able to use the double pump, or having a rocket launcher actually destroy walls and not just tickle you. Having 999 wood at most times so that you could build up to the sky if you need to. I think Epic looked at all these things and the direction the game was going and thought, man, we really messed this up at the beginning, and now it's out of control. Because again, this is barely even a year of Fortnite existing. Imagine if Fortnite just started out the way it is now. Would people play it, and would it still be the biggest game in the world? Answer that honestly. With the way explosives and SMGs are and the fact that we only get to use one pump, I think yes, it still 100% would be the biggest game in the world. And I think all this hate is just people not liking changes and not being able to pub stomp as hard as they used to. Yes, we all like seeing Ninja or Tfue get a 25 kill game, but 25 people had to get slaughtered to make that possible. Ninja and Tfue are still going to be able to get some high kill games, but now the people they're fighting at least have a chance to do something before dying. Okay, so last thing, SMGs. Are they good? Do you hate them? Why did Epic do this to us? Quick answer. Same reason as the explosives. When building is way too overbearing and creating too big of a skill gap, send in some countermeasures to give players a chance. Lower the health on walls to even more so help out the newer players, and then give them 50 fast shooting bullets too. It sounds awful, right? But would you rather go up against somebody really, really good who has a shotgun that can kill you in one shot and not that hard to aim? Or a gun where it takes many shots to kill and has to be constantly aimed to land those shots? Which one gives you a better chance at a fight? Which one requires more skill instead of RNG? Maybe you didn't mind the double pump meta where you died in a second. Even though SMGs are annoying to build against, at least we don't die instantly now. I can actually shoot back, and even though they may be lighting up my building with an SMG, LMG, and I can't build over them, they will run out of their clips soon, so I still have an option to build up and over them. It's the cool thing to hate on since we got 2 new SMGs in a row, plus the drum gun, plus the LMG, plus the minigun that never runs out of ammo. So it seems like what used to be the best option, building super fast and high, is not the best option anymore. Maybe Epic sees it as building wasn't supposed to be some skinny 1x1 base to the sky. Maybe it was just supposed to be a temporary way to take some cover real quick. Or maybe just making a big base and having battles out of it. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you guys think, because I really do want to know. And I hope we can have another side to the OMG Fortnite is dying talk that I keep hearing all the time. No, the pros don't like the changes because they want to stomp people through the easiest way possible. Epic isn't perfect, but this is the only company I've ever seen add so much new content to a game. They listen to the community, but yes, we have some big games coming out that can take some players away very soon. I don't think Fortnite is going to be the biggest game for years and years like World of Warcraft, but I do think that it will last a long time and continue to have a huge player base. Anyways, guys, click like and subscribe for more Fortnite videos, and make sure you click the PlayVig link if you guys on PC want to give it a go and get some good V-Bucks and just have some fun competing in some tournaments. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.